to another story time. Today's story is about a spider and a bear. Can you find the book?
Yes.
Spider and bear. The spider is called Sid and the bear is called Biscuit Bear. It's just this bit here.
There.
Oh, you want to go back in your seat?
There.
That's it! It's called Sid and Biscuit Bear and it's by S.J. Molver. Can you find Sid, the spider? Do you know how many legs a spider has?
1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
How many do you think?
8.
8. A spider has 8 legs. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's start. Sid and Biscuit Bear by S.J. Molver. Never mind the crocodile wearing the pink spotty inflatable swimming ring, or the panda in his stripy pyjamas and nightcap. Look for the 2 little faces peering out from behind the purple bush. Can you see them? The big brown-faced one is Bear. He's lovely and cuddly with a soft round tummy and he smells like biscuits. The little one in the green hat is Sid. He's a spider, but you can't really tell because he's hiding all his legs behind Bear. Bear and Sid lived in the wacky woods. They had never felt welcome there because none of the other animals and creatures who lived there seemed to like them. They are never invited to go swimming with Crocodile, or play fun games with the Raccoon twins, or have sleepovers with Panda, and they were never, ever invited to the mad picnic parties held by Lord Hog and Brother Mike, the pleasantly plump vegetarian wolf. Rumour has it that the reason they were not invited was that Bear and Sid were just not that cool. Mike, the pleasantly plump vegetarian wolf, got freaked out by the fact that Sid had 8 legs.
Why does he need 8 legs? Mike whined. All the rest of us managed to get by with 2, 4, even 6. 8 is just creepy and a little greedy. Shoo! Get out of my sight! Grrr!
The other animals agreed that Sid was indeed a bit creepy. They weren't that keen on Bear either. According to Louie, the lazy sloth bear, drops his biscuit-smelling hair everywhere. I find it on all my blankets and I think I'm allergic. I just want to sleep, he sobbed, without itching, sneezing or dreaming about biscuits. The animals agreed that Bear and Sid would have to leave the wacky woods and find somewhere else to live. Poor hairy biscuit-smelling Bear. Poor dangly gangly Sid. They couldn't help being leggy and hairy and just themselves. Shocked and sad, they packed up their things in Bear's old blue suitcase and left the woods in search of a new place to call home. They walked for miles through the woods, into the meadow, past the wild daisies and down the dunes to the coast, where they spotted a little green boat tethered to a post. The 2 friends took up the oars and set off. "You look worried," said Sid, when he saw the look of concern on Bear's face.
I'm just scared, whispered Bear. I've never left the woods, and I don't know how to swim, And what if we never find a place where we can just be ourselves?
Sid reached out to his big soft friend and said, "If nothing else, we will have a wonderful adventure and will journey for as long as it takes to find home. Whatever happens, we will always have each other."
"Always?" said Bear.
"Always and forever," replied Sid. As the sun slipped away and darkness fell, they drifted off to sleep, their little boat floating like a lonely leaf on a deep and starlit ocean. Early the next morning, they were woken by a thundering clatter as their boat hurtled towards a small island and crashed upon the shore next to where a fisherman was sitting untangling his net. Startled, he jumped down from his rock and stared at the pair.
"Whoa! Stay back, beasts!" he yelled. "How revolting! That smell! What is that?" he gagged. "It's like baking and biscuit dough. I only like the smell of fish guts in the morning."
He looked at Sid and simply said,
"Yuck!"
As quick as a flash, the two friends turned their little boat around and frantically rowed straight back out to sea. But then, oh no, trouble. The oars plunged, splash, into the water.
"Oh, no,"
said Bear, as the oars floated further and further away. "Don't worry, my cuddly friend," comforted Sid, as he cast his web into the water.
"Well done, Sid! You star! You absolutely wonderful creature!"
shouted Bear, and he started to sing as they reeled them in.
"We came to the sea to sail away and be free. We smell like biscuits too, and have more legs than we know what to do."
They bobbed around on the choppy seas, singing and humming, when, in the distance, they spotted a colourful and rather intriguing little village.
"Ooh, look! How wonderfully colourful and enchanting!"
exclaimed Bear. "Yes, let's go and have a look," replied Sid, sounding hopeful. So they docked their little boat by the ladder that fell from the cliff's edge into the sea and took a well-worn path up to an old oak tree which sat on the top of the hill above the village. Tired and apprehensive about what might lie ahead, they decided to rest a while under the tree. After a peaceful sleep, they were woken by the soft hiccuping sounds of someone crying. Standing before them, clutching a worn and dirty cream toy rabbit, stood a little girl. She thrust the rabbit in front of their faces. "Look," she sniffed. "He's broken and I love him. Can you fix him, please?" Sniff. Bear cuddled the girl, who told them, "I'm Lucy." "You smell lovely," said Lucy, "like freshly baked biscuits, and you're all warm and cosy." Sid sewed up the hole in Lucy's rabbit, and she hugged him tightly. Thank you, and oh, you are wonderful at hugging. All those arms and legs wrapped around me makes me feel warm and loved." Lucy was so grateful and happy to have found two amazing new friends. She took Biscuit Bear, as she now called him, by the hand and led the pair down the hill. "Come on, it's this way." Lucy skipped ahead and told the people in the very colourful village about her new friends. She showed them her rabbit and told them how Sid had fixed him and how Bear smelt like biscuits, and that when they hugged her, she felt warm and loved. The people and creatures of the very colourful village listened to Lucy. The baker brought out a tray of tea and beautiful cakes, fancy whirly pastries and sticky donuts. Sid and Biscuit Bear told their story. They told how they felt forced out of the wacky woods, unloved for just being gloriously themselves. They told of their meeting with the fisherman and of his unfriendliness towards them. They told of their nights spent on the lonely ocean, of losing the oars, but of always staying together, helping and encouraging each other. The people and the creatures of the very colourful village were warmed by their story and offered them a home. "Come," said the baker, as he led them to a small leaky shed behind the bins. "It's not much, but it has potential. We can fix the leaky roof and patch up the pathway and of course move the bins. I think you will fit right in here with us, and we would love you to stay." And so they did. Sid and Biscuit Bear felt safe and loved and at home in the very colourful village. They slept in a hammock under the stars. They drank tea and sat and watched the sun set over the sea. Can you give big hugs like Sid can? Is that you giving a big hug?
Yeah, that might give a big hug.
Oh, you're giving a big hug? Big hug to Biscuit Bear and to Sid.
Daddy, yeah.
I'm so happy they found a lovely home. They went through so much. I hate to say it, that's the end of our story. Come back again soon and we'll read another one. Bye!
Bye.
Bye! Well, it's a very good thing that Sid and Biscuit Bear found the colourful village. They didn't want to live in the wacky woods anyway. Who's your favourite, Sid or Biscuit Bear?
Biscuit Bear.
And why is he your favourite?
So